Hey, how you doing? Were you wondering what this is about? So we're a nonprofit animal rights organization called Anonymous for the Voiceless. We have 1,000 chapters around the world, and we show what happens to animals in animal agriculture and different forms of animal abuse. So that's what we're out here doing today.
Right, so I'm on a marine,
Okay.
and I love animals, but I love humans too.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. I think we all do. Yeah, absolutely. You said you're an animal lover, right? So do you have any companion animals? Okay. Have you ever had any before? Okay. So what like animals? So why do you say you're an animal lover? Like, do
I
you
love dogs.
love dogs? Okay. Yeah, dogs are. I think
love birds,
birds. Yeah.
cats.
Yeah.
I even avoid watch stepping on ants.
Oh yeah, definitely. I try to do the same thing too. Like if I see a ant pile or ant farm or something, I walk around it. Yeah. And that's essentially what we're out here doing. Because a lot of what's on these screens are animals being abused for food.
Can I see?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, walk over and see. Yeah, absolutely. So this is dog abuse. This is them being used and exploited for profit, pretty much for our entertainment. And you said you've never seen any of this type of footage before, right? So what's like your reaction? How do you feel when you see these animals being abused and exploited? I think that's just, that's how they train them. And that's, yeah. It's pretty, and I think those are, is that a possum or something? I couldn't tell exactly what it was. But, yeah, it's just different forms of suffering, yeah. It's pretty intense to watch. Like, I haven't watched a lot of it, even though, like, I show these videos to the public. It's still hard to watch. So I can tell you kind of having like a real reaction, like when you see this, it's pretty intense.
Dissociation, So you're disassociating the actual animal with what you have on your plate.
So what do you think could be done to stop this from happening?
This is not being shown around because we're disassociating the process versus the end product.
Well, essentially, these industries only exist because people pay for it. And people want to go and see and support these products and support these industries. But if you don't give them money, then that's a way of boycotting. That's a way of saying that I don't agree with this.
It's nuts, right? So I want to say, I would like to say.
So these videos show all types of animal abuse. Like these are animals that are abused for entertainment, but on other screens they show animals that are abused in food production also. Have you ever thought about the way animals are abused for food? Yeah, most people have never thought about it. And most people, eat animal products their entire lives. And they never get to see what happens to these animals. Yeah, this happens because at the end of the day, these animals are products.
You just shot that horse.
Yeah. It's probably because it was beyond this point where it wasn't profitable anymore. Like it wasn't a business necessity for them to keep the horse. So at that point, they put the horse down because the horse doesn't make them any money anymore. So they're just profit to them.
That's grotesque.
Yeah, it is. It's intense, But like I was saying, the only way to stand up against this is to not support these industries. So don't give them money, At the end of the day, you can't change what these industries are going to do.
I don't.
Yeah. Well, think about it in terms of food also. Have you ever seen any, well, you said you haven't seen any of the animals that are abused in food production, right? Well, they get killed the same way. And have you ever thought about eating foods that don't have to involve the suffering of these animals? Like, have you ever considered it before?
This is quail. The dairy industry right now. That's a baby male calf that's being prodded.
Yeah, so I think what's happening here is these are a lot of the animals that are in the wild.
So if the veal only exists, then
And what happens is they need this land.
What are they doing to them?
It looks like they're shocking it, and
so how does this
it looks like a camel. But, you know, think about it. If their whole purpose is to use and exploit these animals, the treatment of the animals is whatever, right? Like, if you're going to eventually end up killing these animals, then, you know, their treatment doesn't really matter. Like, think about like a pig farm or a cow farm. If they're going to send these animals off to be killed, the way that they treat them during the meantime isn't a high priority, right? Like, it's not something that, you know, is really something that really matters to them.
so all of us here, 99%.
Yeah, so, you know, we're out here just showing this to the public because all of us are vegan. Have you ever heard of, are you familiar with what vegan is? Yeah, these are mice being used and experimented on for products. Yeah. And, you know, this is the process of how we get certain products. Most people never get to see it. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. It's hard to watch this.
I think I just stopped eating meat.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all of us. We don't eat animal products. None of us out here eat animal products because we see what happens to these animals in order for them to become food.
I wish I had $1 billion to give you guys.
Yeah. Well, you know what you could do is don't give these people money. Don't give these industries. Don't give the animal products money because you can do it on plant-based food. You can eat beans and rice and lentils and be just as healthy and just as happy. And yeah, so these are all the discarded animals. Yeah, they just, you know.
Like pieces of trash.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, they're not making the money. It's the same thing that happens to chickens, you know. All the male chickens are killed on their first day of life because they don't produce eggs. So they don't make the egg industry money. So they either gas them, they either suffocate them in a bag, or they either put them in a grinder and grind them up on their first day of life. Yeah, because think about it, if you want to produce eggs, you have all these chickens that can't make eggs, you can't use them. So they're killed.
Hey, is that what they're going to do to a woman that can't produce?
You think a lot of people make that
man?
connection. Yeah, a lot of people feel the same way. Like, we wouldn't treat each other like that, right? Like, just because you
I would
can't
hope
produce.
not,
Yeah,
but we do.
unfortunately. You know, it comes from this mindset. Like, if we are exploiting these animals on an everyday basis, then it feeds into the psychology of how we treat each other. So if we find it acceptable to enslave animals, to skin them alive, to beat them, we're probably going to treat each other with harm and suffering. So, yeah, that was
He's in torment.
Yeah, these are
He
circus
should be out
animals.
swinging from trees.
Yeah. And yeah, all animals should be, right? Yeah. You know, these animals shouldn't have to live lives where they are subjected to being entertainment for other people. You know, they should be free, like you
For
said.
monetary gain.
Yeah, monetary gain, yeah. Like, these birds are free, you know. These, you know,
Look, that's not his habitat.
exactly.
That's not his habitat at all. In a cage.
Yeah. Yeah, they want to be free. They have personalities.
It's like the imprisonment of America.
Yeah, this is a prison. Think about it. It's walls. They can't escape. They are subjected to cruelty.
Whatever.
Yeah, they're at the mercy of us. You know, and
And who gives us the right to do that? To
absolutely,
another creature.
absolutely. Because on one end, we love dogs, right? Like we love dogs and cats. But on the other end,
But you don't. I really never realized.
yeah, most people don't. You know, I stopped eating animal products maybe 3 years ago. Went my whole life raised on eating animal products. Oh. Well, thank you, thank you. Yeah, you know, and we're just out here, you know. Yeah, so this is the organization that we represent, Anonymous for the Voiceless. And these are just free resources, like websites you can go to find out more information. But this one in particular, the vegan22.com, like I said, we're all vegan because we don't want to support these animals being turned into food when we have the option not to. If we can go to a restaurant or a grocery store and eat beans and rice and lentils and don't have to do this.
No, there's plenty of protein in peanut butter and
Exactly.
beans.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely. All the protein you need. But that's a website where it's 22 days of free support. And those are stickers, like if you want to put a sticker on a folder or on a book bag or anything, a laptop, whatever you have. But yeah, so if you're, you know, interested in just, you know, following this diet and lifestyle, just go to vegan22.com. And there's 22 days of free support. So they answer anything from any nutritional questions, any monetary questions, like where do I find available cheap vegan food? They answer anything that you may ask about. And what's your name? Thank you. Jeff, I'm Chris. Thanks you for just stopping and talking to us and, you know, and really opening up and really resonating with what we're trying to do. You know, these animals have personalities. They want to live a life free from suffering. Yeah, thank you for doing this, man. It's really powerful to see, you know, because a lot of people don't really resonate with the message. Like it doesn't make sense to them, but you are. I've never seen anyone like really like make that connection that quick. So.
Can I tell you why?
Why?
I spent 12 years as a United States Marine.
Yeah.
And
For that, so we're not.
you know why?
Why?
Yeah, we're an international nonprofit civil rights group. We have that in our free time to show the public the truth, you know, where their food comes from. Now food gets on your plate. So right here, they're showing you how they stunt a bowl. Right. They're bolting it in the head. Right.
And when I finally realized that, I was so sunk into grief. And
Yeah. Yeah, it's
sorry.
No, let it out, man. Let it out. It's pretty, you know, yeah, thank you for being honest and open and talking. And I guess that's why it's easy for you to make that connection. Because you know what it's like to, you know, experience this firsthand.
Will you do me a favor?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Hey, will you put these all over my back?
Oh,
please?
absolutely, man. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you so much. I know it's, you know, it's hard to be this open and this honest. Because a lot of people, they, you know, come here and they see these videos and they either walk right by us or don't pay us any attention or have all these defenses put up. But it seems like you really understand why we're out here, you know? You know?
I mean, and that's some of the saddest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, especially when it's.
And I've seen a lot of sad
I got them all.
stuff.
Yeah, I got them all on there. And I'm pretty sure you have, man. Yeah, especially when you have the ability not to. You know, like when you were in the Marines, you know, you were just doing your job. Like you didn't really understand the totality of everything you were doing. You were a soldier and you did what your country asked of you. But with this right here, we don't have to do this. We don't have to support what's going on here. And if we have the option not to, then we won't. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. You know.
Take a pic, please.
Oh, well, he's got it. Yeah.
I'm
He's
gonna be.
You want me to get a pic of y'all? Is that, yeah?
yeah. Nah. Give you a hug. All right. It's just all about having compassion, opening up your heart, saying that, you know, we don't need to do this anymore. And that was a time when, you know, we all thought eating animal products was just the norm. It was just something we did. We didn't think twice about it. But now that this is being exposed more and more.
That's an industry.
Yeah, and that's a whole industry. But, you know, people are waking up. People like all of us, like you, are saying that, no, we are not going to support this. And the numbers have been decreasing, you know. You see more plant-based options now. Like even Burger King has a plant-based burger now, the Impossible Whopper. So many restaurants are coming out with plant-based alternatives. Chipotle, so many restaurants.
They got good bean burritos, by the way.
Del Taco, yeah, they do. I don't know if you saw there was a Kentucky or KFC. They had a plant-based chicken here that was they did a test for about a couple weeks ago.
Really?
Yeah, and they sold out in the hours. Like the line was wrapped around the store. They had to turn people around because there was so many people trying to get the plant-based chicken. Instead of supporting these industries, you know, no one wants to give their money to this. So yeah.
I refuse to support it.
Yeah. Thank you. We do too. We stand right there with you.
And I'll tell you what, you caught me at the right time.
Yeah. I'm glad. I just happened to see you, you know, standing over there. Just wondering if you knew what was going on.
I didn't.
Yeah. But you know, a lot of people don't, and that's why we do these, because the average person.
I mean, that is murder in every form of the word.
Mass murder, you know, is mass murder.
And you know, somebody that abuses a dog gets put in prison. All these people should be imprisoned.
Well, think about it. You know, a lot of these people, like you were saying, you were in the Marines, are just doing their jobs. They don't even think. Like, they're going to work. You know, they're not even making that connection. I talked to a slaughter worker recently, and he said they're not even allowed to talk to the animals because I guess they don't want the workers having a connection.
Because then
you start to see them
focus.
Exactly. You okay? Yeah. So they don't even think, you know what I mean? But if they were to make that connection, I think they would resonate just like you are. I think their hearts would change.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
I would be honored. I would be honored if you would give me a mask and let me stand here for
Oh
a
wow.
while.
Okay. I think we're.
That's real talk.
I think we're about to shut down, but if you want to do it for, okay. You can do it right here.
I do.
So I'll have him. You can hold the sign.
I absolutely do.
Hey. About to make me cry. Let's get him a mask for a few minutes. Hold this. Just for a second. Hey, what was your name again? I have a horrible memory. Jeff. All right, so we'll stand out here for a few more minutes.
Right.
But
please.
I got you comfortable.
Please honor me this.
Okay. So you can get your glasses straight. You sure? You good like this?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Jeff. All right, so you're in here for a couple of minutes. We'll check on you. But if you need anything, raise your hand. We won't be here too long. But thank you. I'm going to hug you while you're in here because I really appreciate this. I've never had this kind of response. So it gives me hope, man. It gives me hope.
it resonated with me,
Yeah.
with every part of my soul. I'm crying right now.
Yeah. Me too. too.
That was some of the
Yeah.
horrific
Yeah.
things that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And I'm going to steer the course.
Yeah. And just the fact that it's so normalized and it happens all the time, something we don't even think about. We just go to the store.
Like bum, 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 bum.
Exactly. Like it's a bottle of water. Let's go get a chicken breast. Let's go get a hamburger.
And don't understand what's being happened.
Yes.
And they all have feelings too.
Yeah. They do. They do. They all have personalities.
They're living creatures.
Yeah. They're living beings. You know. Yeah. They all have a desire to live and want to be happy. They don't want to feel suffering. You know. And you know, we're not in a life or death situation where we have to buy these animals and use them like that.
And you just turned a meat eater into a vegan in the course of like minutes.
Wow, man. It was always
And I'm
in your heart.
serious.
It was always in your heart, man. You didn't know, you know. You just didn't know.